Hey loves, and welcome to Heart Love Messages. My name is Crystal. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you are already subscribed here, welcome back. So tonight I have a love message from your person. Okay, so I'm going to be pulling from this deck here just to see how your person is currently feeling, how they are currently viewing you and or your connection, as well as any important messages that they have for you at this time, okay? So let's go ahead and get a clear and concise message directly from their heart space. All right, so the first message that we have here is, we have, it's time for you to know the truth. Okay. So, okay, so Divine Feminine, I feel like at this time there's something about your person's energy that may be leading you to believe that there's more going on than what they're showing you at this time. And I'm getting that you are absolutely right, okay? And if you're wondering how your person is feeling about you right now, they feel like there is a truth, a personal truth that they want to express to you, okay? But there's something different about this type of expression. At this stage of your connection, they're seeking something a little bit deeper, okay? They want to have a real, raw conversation with you, a heart-to-heart. And this is a masculine who feels like they need to speak to you as soon as possible. I'm also getting something about the eye contact here. So they may definitely want to meet up with you in person. They may want to look at you while they're talking to you. Something about them looking into your eyes and telling you this information is very important. So I feel like this is something that's directly tied to their emotional process and how they are feeling about you at this time, okay? This is interesting because I'm getting that this is something that they've been avoiding, okay? But the thoughts of you have been really, really intense lately. I'm getting a really strong energetic bond where you and this masculine can literally feel one another's emotions. So Divine Feminine, you may have been really, really emotional lately. You may just be feeling, bouts of sadness or, just really, really intense emotions rising to the surface for no reason at all. This is your person's emotions coming through strongly at this time. There's something within their heart space that really needs to connect with you on this level. They may even be kind of intuitively picking up on your energy and feel as if this is something that will bring you some sort of ease, okay? Because there is a certain heaviness with this information, but they feel like once it's out, it will kind of lighten up the energy of your connection. And what's also highlighted here is they feel like they have to be extremely direct about this. Even though they are a little bit apprehensive about how you will respond to this, okay? This is a really intense type of conversation, one that they've kind of played out in their head over and over and over again. And this is mainly because they've come to realize a hard truth about your connection and about how they feel about you. It's like they've been going back and forth with themselves about whether or not they should tell you this. But for some reason right now, the timing of this is significant. They feel like now is the time for you to know this information. And this is one of those conversations where, a phone just won't do it justice. They feel like they have to not only look you in your eyes or sit across from you. There's a certain seriousness here where this is like a soul type of, connection or type of expression that they want to have with you here. And they feel like they have to go directly to the source, which is you, Divine Feminine, okay? There is this underlying energy of worry. So they may be worried about what your response may be, okay? Because this is playing on their minds. They're worried about how you will receive this as well. There's also something within them that's kind of telling them to ignore this, based upon how you will receive this. So maybe they feel like this isn't important to you anymore, or this is some information that you won't be open to. This could actually be something that you feel, Divine Feminine, is long overdue. This could be a conversation that's long overdue, okay? Yeah, I'm also getting this could be something that you may already intuitively know as well, okay? And I'm getting that deep down you do want this information to be confirmed by this masculine, okay? Even if this is something that you are outwardly, not really concerned about at this time, deep down on the soul level, you may be seeking some form of confirmation, okay? Let's get the next message here. Wow. The next message we have is, I was testing you. Okay, so this masculine has been keeping a secret from you. Ever since they met you, Divine Feminine, they had mixed feelings about you. It's like on one hand, they felt as if something about you stood out to them from day one. But if they were to be 100% honest, they still had this thing deep down inside of them where they had to make sure. Because they have never met somebody with your type of energy or that pulled this level of intensity from them. They tested you in many, many ways, okay? And I'm also getting that the way that they went about this, you may view this as low vibrational. It's almost as if they wanted to get a certain reaction out of you. But I'm getting that a lot of times you wouldn't even respond to this, or you wouldn't budge, okay? And this would really, really frustrate this masculine energy. So if you're wondering how they're currently viewing you, I feel like you both may have come into this connection after a period of just completely giving up on love, okay? And maybe this is not something that you were leading with. Maybe outwardly you were extremely excited, open, but on a subconscious level, okay, you both were kind of guarded. And so this masculine took this position to kind of unmask you in a way. And they thought that the best way for them to do this was to put you through a series of tests. Now, this may come off, malicious, or this may sound extreme, okay? But I'm getting that the way that they went about this was extremely subtle. Now, if you are an extremely intuitive Divine Feminine, you probably saw this from a mile away. You probably already knew what it was that they were doing. But this was very, very discreet, okay? And the reason for this was they were really trying to find out what was behind this person that they found so intriguing, but also they felt like they needed to kind of protect themselves from you as well, okay? This connection is one that has been full of tests within this relationship and in situations that are external to this connection as well. And I'm getting that this masculine may not even know why they did this to you, Divine Feminine, but something in them had to know for sure. It's like you were making them feel so many different emotions, and they were trying to find out why you were making them feel this way. But what they found out actually is that none of these methods, in which they were trying to test you were actually working on you, okay? This Divine Feminine energy is coming through very, very clear, okay? You are someone who does not like to play games, and honesty is extremely important to you. So there were many ways where you kind of viewed your person a little bit different just because they were acting out in ways that could have been avoided, okay? Had they been just upfront and honest with you. But I feel like both of you came into this connection because this connection was extremely intense. And I'm getting that you both were at places on your journey where you have experienced, many different relationships, okay? It's like you both came with a mask on, but not in a way where you were hiding or in a way where you were trying to manipulate. This was a sort of a means of protection for both of you, which is, normal when you're meeting people, because ultimately people are strangers. You know what I mean? Nobody walks around fully exposed in that way here. But this masculine wants you to know that you changed them. There was something extremely intoxicating about your presence, Divine Feminine. And I'm getting something about your physical beauty here. So it was something about you that was extremely alluring, which made, this masculine, it was extremely hard for them to look away from you. Okay? This is what got their attention. This is what had them hooked. But the minute that you begin to, get to know each other, something definitely shifted. It's like the more that you begin to reveal about yourself, the more that they wanted to know. But I don't think you have an idea of just how close, this masculine was paying attention to everything you said, everything you did, okay? It's like you were always a mystery to them. And there was something that they wanted to know about you that they couldn't really figure out, okay? So your actions would allude to something more, but not quite revealing enough for them to come to a conclusion about how you felt, about your emotional process, okay? So I just got selective. So this is pointing directly to a divine feminine who is extremely selective with masculine energy. You are very protective over your heart space, and you don't let everyone get close to you, okay? It's almost as if there's a side to you that only certain people can get access to you, like the real raw version of yourself. And they noticed this about you in the beginning. So it's like their initial goal was to make you drop your guards from day one, okay? So yeah, it's like from the beginning, that's what this masculine energy wanted. They wanted you to let them in fully. They already may have been watching you. They already may have been privy to this information, that you were extremely protective over your heart space, okay? I'm also getting exclusive as well. So there's something about your energy where you don't let people in easily, okay? And it's like the energy was extremely intense. So your masculine, whether you know it or not, was actually looking at you to confirm what they were feeling deep down inside. And I'm getting that you both really have never expressed these intense emotions, okay? But it's like they had to be sure that you were feeling this way too. So they definitely begin to test you in ways, asking you certain questions, doing certain things to see how you will react to them. And this is something that you definitely picked up on. I'm getting that clearly. But this is something that maybe you did not like at all. So if you felt like your person was doing something to kind of get a rise out of you, you could have even expressed to them that you felt like they were playing a game with you. You were definitely, right about that, okay? Because you're someone who has a lot of layers to you, okay? You have this really cool way of keeping this masculine on their toes a bit. And because of this, it's almost as if they had to make sure that they were falling for you for the right reasons, okay? But the way that they went about this was extremely just all over the place. There was a lot of projected energy onto you, Divine Feminine, based upon how they were feeling, okay? Yeah. Let's get the next message here. So the next message we have here is rejection is God's protection. Wow. Okay, so if this message is resonating so far, this divine masculine is going through a major internal shift at this time. And this shift is very, very personal, but it's also affecting how they view you and how they view this connection. And it's almost like the Most High is highlighting the differences about all of their relationships, okay? So they may be going through something very spiritual at this time where they're beginning to see things through a totally new lens. But this is a masculine energy who has had many experiences with different types of feminine energy. So they have experienced soulmate connections. They've experienced karmic connections, okay? They have experienced love before, but not this type of connection, right? So they're beginning to understand how this connection differs from every other connection that they've had in their lives. So this whole testing thing that they were doing with you, Divine Feminine, I don't feel like this was intentional. This may have just been like a physical response to make sense of the intense emotions that they were feeling. This is a masculine energy who definitely may have rejected you and or your connection in the recent past, okay? For some of you, something about this rejection felt permanent. It felt abrupt or almost as if you didn't see it coming. But honestly, this doesn't have anything to do with you, okay? And if they were being 100% honest with you, it never really sat well with them either. And that's the key here. That's the major difference here. This connection with you doesn't really give them the opportunity to tune out of their emotions, which may have come really easy for them in the past and with dealing with other feminine energy. And I feel like this is giving you a higher perspective or a look at what this masculine's mental and emotional process is like and why they do the things that they do, okay? There's something that definitely triggers them into taking these types of actions within this connection, okay? Because their energy is coming through very apologetic and also very emotional. What's also being highlighted is that they're realizing that they actually were never rejecting you, Divine Feminine. They were actually rejecting everything that the Most High has for them, okay? When you sign up to be in a twin flame connection, there's a certain vibration that you align with, okay? This connection is extremely rare. And when you sign up for this type of life, okay, you're kind of chosen for this because you have the capacity to experience life and love on a powerful level. You have the ability to literally change the world by just emanating this higher vibration. But what's also interesting about a lot of twin flame connections is that although these souls have this beautiful light energy, you have also experienced extreme darkness, okay? And this ties into that divine balance, that yin and yang energy. You both share a much deeper understanding of things that may not make sense to a lot of other people. And your masculine is realizing this energetically and also subconsciously, that in these moments where they were pulling away from you or where they ghosted you simply due to the intense emotions that they were feeling, you both were being protected. You were being protected from their lower energies, and they were being protected from tainting something very, very sacred here. So this is what they want you to know, Divine Feminine. This is why they feel this intense urge to look you into your eyes and to tell you that they understand what's going on here on a soul level, okay? So something very spiritual may be happening within their life here. Something may definitely have triggered this emotional response here where they're definitely beginning to view things in a totally different light, okay? It's like they were trying to make sense of who you were and where you came from, and why you have this uncanny ability to kind of ignite something within them that they don't have the power to turn off. And they projected a lot of this on you. But this realization is definitely hitting them like a ton of bricks. So a lot of the times when it comes to these types of connections, they are extremely triggering. And it is so easy to personalize what your person is doing and to kind of project their shortcomings onto yourself. And in these moments when your person had to kind of withdraw from the connection, you were being protected from whatever is inside of them that needed to be purged. Because of how intense this connection is, it's extremely easy for you to get caught in the crossfire, Divine Feminine. And although you and your masculine when together may feel like it's only you and them, like literally you're the only two people in the universe, there are so many moving parts to this. And at times, if you don't have the ability to separate the action that your person is taking from the emotion, then it can cause you to inflict a great deal of pain on yourself. So if you are in a place where you have been rejected in any type of way, know that you are being protected, Divine Feminine. And I feel like a lot of Divine Feminines may know this already, you know, maybe on a subconscious level. But this is just showing you a close-up of how they feel. Even if they are at a distance, they feel you, okay? And sometimes they feel this even more intensely because they keep this bottled in. So you may be at this place right now where your person's emotional process may be extremely confusing to you. You may definitely often ask yourself, what are you doing to trigger these moments in your connection that make your person want to pull away from you, or sometimes even just flat out deny what it is that they feel, okay? And the simple answer is that sometimes it's easier said than done, okay? And it's also easy for your person to kind of go back to what's comforting in times of distress, right? And this is why they want to speak to you. I feel like, yeah, they definitely had the opportunity to put things in their proper place, including their thoughts, their emotions. And they're realizing that while they thought that they were testing you and rejecting you, they were actually rejecting the divine and the call that they have on their life, okay? This twin flame connection is extremely sacred, and it cannot be measured by things in the 3D. So another key factor here is that, you know, they're realizing that this is tied to their destiny in some kind of way, right? So there is something that both of you are here to do, and this journey plays a key part in that. And this may be exactly what's being revealed to your person here, their destiny, what it is that they were here to kind of fulfill. And so it's like they had to know for sure why things were happening in their world the way that they were happening, okay? So although they may not reveal this to you, their lives have never truly been the same, all right? And this is definitely one of those connections where if this is a true, indeed, twin flame connection, then it's like the more you try to deflect, the more you try to run or deny, the more potent this energy becomes, okay? So you are the perfect mirror for your person. And while there may be times where you both don't like what you see on the other side, what's being highlighted here is that in this connection, you know, they're never really running from you. They're actually running from the Most High. They're running from themselves. And as the divine feminine, you act as a reflection of that higher love and divine purpose. It's kind of like when you begin a spiritual journey, okay? There's this pull that you feel. It's literally your soul guiding you down a path, and it's up to you to follow that path. And it's like the more that you ignore it, the louder it actually becomes, okay? So if you're wondering why your person is doing this, why they are flat out rejecting who you are to them and testing you, almost as if they're trying to like dissect this connection. But on the other hand, you know, it always feels like they're always pulling on your energy. They're always coming back into you. It's because every encounter with you is another unfolding of their true purpose and their true selves, okay? And this is something that at this time their souls are actually guiding them back towards. Okay, let's get the next message here. So the next message we have here is, wow, you have a decision to make, okay? So there is a massive shift that is happening in this masculine's life right now, where they've been put directly in a situation where they have to choose between taking the easy route, okay, or doing the right thing, the thing that their soul is actually calling them to do, the direction that their soul is calling them to go into, okay? This masculine has been feeling an intense pull on their heartstrings lately, but this is very different. It's like they have a very important decision to make about this connection, but also about the direction of their lives. And the only way that they're able to make this is by tapping directly into their heart space. So there is a personal truth, a deep personal truth and a deep resonance that this masculine has been stuffing down for a very, very long time. And it's becoming extremely unbearable to exist in this way. Especially with all the shifts that are happening at this time, there's a massive purge that is happening. Anything that is out of alignment is literally being stripped away. So I feel like that may definitely play a part in a lot of these realizations coming to the forefront right now, where a lot of things that your masculine was able to mask, a lot of things that they were able to stuff down and act as if they were not real, it's literally impossible for them to exist in this energy at this time, okay? And this is a very challenging place to be in because they've come into a new awareness about you and this connection, right? And they definitely feel like life as they know it will never be the same for them, because as they look at this connection, they're realizing that you play a much bigger role in their lives than they could have imagined. And kind of aside from the love that they share for you, Divine Feminine, they want to know what else this journey has to offer, okay? There's many different, levels and different things to this twin flame connection that it opens up. It opens up your destiny, literally, okay? Depending on how you view the connection. And I feel like you're shifting into this place where your masculine is beginning to look at this connection from a higher perspective, okay? Instead of them looking at you as a feminine energy that kind of has a hold on them, that kind of has their heart, they've been running from these intense emotions, they are really wondering what will happen if they actually walk towards this, if they actually open their hearts up and try to experience this from a raw, real place. And this is what they want to talk to you about. I feel like they want to look at you. They want to look into your eyes. There's a soul merging, okay, that's happening. And this is going to be different from any other level because your person is purging. They're beginning to put things in the proper place right now. So it's almost as if, this may be very spiritual, okay? It's almost as if a higher power is kind of calling them to really make a decision about what choice they want to make for their lives. Are you going to take the easy route out? Are you going to settle? Or are you going to step up and really get into alignment with this, this destiny that you chose, okay? And that you were chosen for, okay? Wow, there definitely, something feels really authentic about this energy. I feel like this is a masculine who is choosing to walk into truth, okay? And what's beautiful about that is the only thing that's true in this world is love, okay? Anything else is fear. I feel like this is a masculine who is shedding fear. They are thinking about approaching this connection and just the world, just their life with love. And that's a beautiful position to be in, okay? Let's get the next message. Wow. The next message we have is, you're so powerful. Okay, so Divine Feminine, I feel like this masculine definitely has a newfound respect for you. And I'm getting something here about balance as well. So there's a way in which you respond to this masculine, especially when they may be operating in a lower energy that they have never experienced before. It's like you have this way of getting them to self-reflect without being aggressive or abrasive. And this is something that makes you stand out. This is something that's made you stand out from the very beginning. They literally have never experienced a feminine energy like you. Okay, for some of you, they have flat out just told you this. They've told you that when it comes to you, they may react differently, or they have never met anyone like you before. But what's interesting here, what's being highlighted, is that they feel your power. And at times, if they were being honest, they do feel like you have way more power than they would like to admit. Because you have this way of displaying your power in the most seductive, subtle kind of way that drives this masculine crazy. Okay, and this energy may very well have been too much for them. This could have led them to doing a lot of things that didn't even make sense to them at this time, okay? But where they stand now, they're actually realizing why it's you. They're realizing why you are their counterpart. And I'm also getting something here about the past, Divine Feminine, where you may not know this, but you and this masculine have such an understanding about one another on a soul level. But there's something here about the past. So this could be pointing to a past life connection. But it's like the more you get to know one another, the more you realize how much you actually have in common, right? This is a masculine that feels like you just get them, okay? And you have access to this real, raw, authentic version of them, even when it comes to their emotional process. So when you feel them pulling away, or when you feel them, it's because they don't have the ability to hide from you. So it's much easier for them to either ghost you, for them to, not really give direct answers here, because they know that you intuitively look directly through this and you have access to their heart space, okay? You have access to the real them. And this is something that has made you stand out from the beginning. This is what separates you from any other feminine energy that they have ever engaged on their journey, okay? And this may definitely explain why they kind of tried to slow walk this process with you, okay? And I feel like you both may have approached this connection in the same way due to the level of intensity, kind of coming in, wanting to protect your heart space, wanting to know, you know, who is this person, you know, who is this person that's making me feel all of these things, okay? Why can't I turn this off? Why do I feel like, you know, there's something about this connection? That's definitely this energy. You both are extremely powerful, and you both kind of have the ability to tap into this powerful energy and also bring that, extract that from one another, okay? So yeah, let's get the last message here. Yeah, this is a masculine who is kind of feeling overwhelmed by your emotion, by this emotion that they have for you. You may definitely feel their heart space, something about your heart chakra as well, maybe opening and expanding, where you just may be feeling just, you know, just moments where you want to smile, where you feel extreme joy or closeness to your person here, because this masculine is at this place where they want to literally look you in your eyes and tell you just how much you mean to them. They want to have a soul to soul exchange with you, okay? Soul to soul, heart to heart. This is extremely beautiful. Let's get the next message here. Wow. The last message we have is our union will be magical. Wow. Okay. So whether you know it or not, Divine Feminine, this is a masculine who's been thinking and planning something. And they may be a little apprehensive because in their minds, they have this whole thing mapped out. It's like they want it to go a certain way. This is definitely someone who's coming back around with a totally different energy. They've been thinking about you. They've been thinking about your connections and a lot of things that transpired. And it's like the only thing they want right now is to have you close to them. But their first order of business, this is coming through clearly, is to tell you how they feel, okay? There's been a lot that's gone unsaid in this connection, especially as it pertains to the emotions that you both are feeling. It's like you both know that there's something magnetic about one another, but there has not been a real raw conversation to really discuss what this is, okay? And for some reason, it's like your person wants to correct whatever happened in the past here. There's a very serious energy about this, and they want you to feel at ease with them. So you may definitely have your guard up a bit when it comes to this masculine, but I'm getting there's still a lot of love here. And they're planning to show you just how much, you know, they feel for you, okay? And I just got fast, okay, or rapid. So things may definitely move really, really quickly, especially if this is a masculine that you have history with. They may want to address these issues and then jump right into a higher commitment with you, okay? Because they know on a soul level that you are tied directly to their destiny. So they're approaching this connection, or they plan to approach you in a totally different manner. There's something very authentic about this energy here. Okay, this may be very, very specific, but if you were at a place in your connection where things kind of came to an abrupt stop, or you're wondering why your person kind of rejected this connection, or things have kind of, you know, the communication has been lagging in a sense here, your person has definitely awakened to some new information, okay? And it's like they want to express this to you. They understand that them running away from this connection is really not serving them. They have never stopped loving you. They have never stopped being bombarded with these signs here. And they also are in this very curious place of trying to figure out what this connection means to them, not only in connection to you, Divine Feminine, but the rest of their lives, their destiny. What are they here to do? What are they here to create here? This is a masculine who's ready to go higher, okay? But the first order of business is getting in front of you, looking at you, telling you how it is that they feel, you know, owning up to the mistakes that they made here, and hopefully moving this connection in a new direction, okay? So these are the messages that I have for you all tonight. If you resonated with this message, please be sure to hit the like button on the way out. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.